Hey, welcome back. Here's the region view of the area that we've been working on for the last few episodes. Oh well, it's pretty much our only area of focus in Prospect Bay so far beyond these three areas, Trapezos, Blunto, and San Ynez. Yeah, so I know last time I said I might go to a new corner of this region to show that off and build some roads there, but it's come to my attention that among all of these cities, there are no full-scale functional seaports. There are imitation seaports that I've built, but nothing that's actually functional. So since functional seaports are so widespread throughout the rest of the region, in fact, there's one in both of these cities as well as pretty much every city beyond them, I decided that was a real problem. So I think I'm going to go into Port Deliverance for this episode, and we'll build out our seaport there. And if we have a little bit of time left over after we finish hooking up Port Deliverance here, I think I might expand a little bit more into the empty city tile just north of here. Yep, taking a minute to load. Yeah, there is really very little room for expansion in this tile. Oh man, and I'm running into this graphical bug again. It's almost becoming like an old friend, right? So, you know, one other thing I could do, because I'm planning to develop this tile, I might as well improve the route of the highway through town. Here. I think it would make sense if we were to demolish much of the route of this street. There, I do not, however, think that curve there made too much sense for a road that's supposed to provide through access. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, there, that's a little bit better. Yeah, in order to get a smooth curve, we're gonna have to do a demolition there. Not like it's that big of a deal. And we don't need smooth curves everywhere, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to gain from dezoning any of those tiles. Might as well expand the road all the way through there. Just because it's automatically a road already. Oh, man. You know, one of my instincts here would be to build one-way roads to carry the traffic here. But I'm sorry for being indecisive here. I'm not, in fact, gonna run this road down this alignment at all. Instead, I'm gonna have it come over here, down this axis through town. And yeah, those mansions are gonna have to go. Let's... I wonder what all is facing that road. Not too important. Because... Yeah, Yeah, we really had to derp some stuff up here in order to get that to fit the way we wanted. In fact, you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to rethink this area altogether. Oh, come on. Yeah, well, I guess not the end of the world. Let's get our RHW2. Connect it up. Oh no. Didn't mean to demolish that tree. I rarely do when I demolish trees. It's just so easy though. To do by accident, I mean. Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a better looking slope in my opinion. Yeah, I actually want it to connect like that. There we go. Yeah. That's about how I like to see it. Now we can replace our bus stop. Yep, put it right on the highway right there. Gonna have to demolish somebody's business here. No big deal to me, of course. There, that's good enough. Just how we like it. Put some more houses by the center of town here. Yeah, I mean, looks like a fairly decent alignment for our highway to me. Couple roundabouts in there, which aren't totally realistic for U.S. small town infrastructure development, but we've all seen worse in our day, haven't we? So I was also talking about creating a seaport here. Well, it might be easier said than done. I'm definitely going to need to put it next to our fishing port right there, or fishing wharf, I guess would be more accurate. Here's the seaport I want to use, and of course, gonna have to modify the terrain a bit first. Not like that's a surprise. Let's use that puzzle piece to get things at the level we want them. Oh yeah, so that's the correct height. And what we want to do is make sure there are at least 6 tiles, I think it is, that need to be even for this seaport. So there, I'm going to zoom in a touch. Yep, it's no big deal. Why isn't it lifting me above the water? Oh, I get it. Because it's so close to the surface of the water already. So, hopefully that means this should all be very easy to place. Let's go back to our seaport. Oh no, it looks like I forgot the actual length. of space that needs to be easy for this. Okay. See if that helps us out. No. Okay, so that is my signal that I just can't tell with this terrain if I don't have the grid lines. So I'm going to raise it a little bit beyond what we need. We'll actually end up blowing all of this terrain down, but I just want to be able to get it even correctly. And I'm actually going to lower this last bit here, because I believe that will make things more even. Here. So what that seems to indicate to me wants going to tile out in this direction. Does that solve our issues? Okay. But apparently I just grid some movements. Okay. Actually gave it 2 extra tiles. And it looks like, as I suspected, we actually want to lower this rate a little bit further back in here. At least if we want everything to be just right. Here. Hopefully it'll allow us to build something between these 2 lots as well. So we'll use that train tile in order to make sure everything is at the right height. Gonna build out that spur a bit just because it doesn't involve demolishing anything of terrible importance. That's going to become a straight road, and somebody who's very nautical minded is gonna live out here, it looks like. So what can we do? Here, let's add a little bit of break bulk dock space to the right there, and maybe some kind of old wooden waterfront piece there, just as a transition. Yeah, let's see if it fits. Oh yeah. That looks just about as good as it can. Try building it again. That. Now let's try without that. I think the Fisherman's Wharf is way down here. Obviously not that far though. Oh yeah, it's this one. Oh, and I can't build it anymore. Yeah, we actually want to that way. So, let's see if that helps us out. Nope, still can't get it. So, gonna have to do the same thing I had to do with the seaport. And we will be flattening the trade at a higher level than technically needed. I actually want it to be just a little bit cheaper. I think that'll be more useful for us. There we go. Where'd that left end go again? Yeah. Oh no! What the F? So that was just a little bit too overzealous for that. Ah! I mean, what the hell? Oh, accidentally hit the start key there with my thumb. Which, as you know, happens all the damn time. Okay. Okay, so hopefully we can rebuild those two Maritime Lots now. See if we can't place this little lobster icon building now. And we can. It's awful close to the nose of that much bigger breakbolt cargo ship right there, but guess that's just a problem they're going to have to learn to deal with. Might as well have a bit more residential on the waterfront. Maybe it'll appeal to rich people. More likely all the industrial in the area will make it exceedingly poor. But that's a problem for another time. Yeah, this little rail here doesn't serve any purpose. But it's fine for now. And you know what? Let's give the game a quick save and then see how this stuff affects it. Well, as I often do, I also took the opportunity of saving there to go off camera and check my time recorded so far. And it's a little bit more than I expected it would be, so I don't think I'll be going into this city tile and starting a new town in this episode, which I suppose might be a good thing because I hadn't thought of a decent name for that city yet. And oh wow, we're getting some industrial development right away. Ooh, uh-oh. Looks like I didn't quite realize that I was demolishing a fair number of buildings, or a road. I mean, I didn't quite realize that a fair number of buildings actually faced that road that I was demolishing. So in general, it's no big deal. It's a pretty easy fix, but it is pretty destructive right near the heart of our town. Zoning with slightly larger lots than the first people to build out here did. Still trying to keep the general feel of the town intact though, as far as it's possible. Vehicles just zooming along. Yep. A lot of traffic following this highway straight through the center of town. Let's see what our traffic volume looks like. Yeah. That road's definitely the main road around these parts. But a fair number of roads Got a decent amount of use, it looks like. It's a good distinction between arterials and secondary roads, even though almost everything is zoned using streets. So that's all a good deal. And you know what? Oh man, this bug. Ugh. Just getting another quick view of beautiful city center of Port Deliverance. Oldest city in the region. 2 ferry stops. That's how you know it's a pretty serious place. But you know what I promised last episode that I haven't got around to yet? Is that I'd show off my newly found ploppable water skills. So I'm just keeping an eye out for a little bit of fairly flat terrain somewhere. Over here seems to be as good a bet as anywhere. So, gotta demolish some trees, flatten out some area so it doesn't look too dirty with the ploppable water. Don't really want any abrupt cliffs either, but and that's plenty of space for a very large pond. So the water I use is the Tahoe set from Peg, which appears to be from the Mayor Diaries and such that I've seen and experienced landscapers in SimCity 4. Seems to be the popular ploppable water right now. Not using any of the rapids or cascades pieces because you really don't need that kind of stuff for a tiny pond like this. Maybe put some branches going off. Yeah, that should be fine. The surface is a little bit uneven, but nobody will ever be able to see that. Build some cattails over by the edges. Should be fairly still water, so there's plenty of opportunity for stuff like this to develop. In fact, this whole edge is going to be a little bit choked up in growth. Yep. How about... I wonder why so much of this stuff repeats. But how do these ones look different? Oh, I like these ones better actually. I'll mix them up for now though. Every body of water in the region made using ploppable water I think will have somewhat of a unique combination of flora and other ploppables that I put around it. Don't expect myself to be too consistent with this. Yeah, so what else was I looking for? Oh yeah, water lilies. Can't have this kind of pond without that. You know, I actually haven't seen too many water lilies in real life, but this looks pretty similar to, you know, heavy algae to me. And that's very common in lakes around where I grew up, so you know, seems like a good thing to plop. I wish it would plop in more places though. I think I really just overdid these cattails, if anything. Yeah, I'm actually going to demolish some of that. And up there. And there. Gonna have to replace a little bit of this water. And oh, that's a bit messy. Yeah, that's neat enough for my purposes. Now we can put a lot more algae. So yeah, that's about how I wanted it. Might look a bit silly to many, but yeah, I think it looks great. Now, as for the growth at the sides of the pond, I find that these bushes from giraffe work great. They blend with pretty much most of the tree sets that I've seen pretty well, so You know, I've been using them a fair bit lately, even though I haven't been on camera. Yeah. If anything, I'm a bit inspired by another YouTuber whose videos I watched a long time ago. I just rewatched most of them right now. Adox. I think his YouTube channel name is Anno1404 Venice. Nothing to do with SimCity, but he's got some great SimCity videos focused almost exclusively on landscaping. So if you're interested in that, you enjoy this episode, that's something to check out. Some of my lily pads disappeared, but I kind of like the uneven look, to be honest. I think it's realistic enough. And since I already placed some of those bushes, I find that these parasol pines fit pretty well with the Pacific Northwest tree controller and with the bushes, make a nice transition for that stuff. Maybe a few in the woods there, and there I didn't even use any sand or gravel or anything along the shore, but I think that the overall effect of this lake is quite decent looking. Oh, even took a risk there with zooming out and didn't crash, so the game must like it too. Anyway, that's it for that. You'll be seeing quite a number of uses of ploppable water like that in the future, with any help. So, I'll see you next time, when either we'll get to work developing this tile, another tile, or do what I said I would do in this episode, and build a road on the other side of the region. But whatever it is, it'll be a blast, so stay tuned. See you next time. Hey, I'm back for just another quick little aside before I actually finish recording for good. You can kind of sort of see that little lake in the region view right here. Might take a moment to see it on the YouTube screen depending on how the video quality translates. Never a real good judge of that until it happens, but if you can, I just thought that was pretty cool, you know, that it stood out like that. Anyway, see you next time for real.